the button.
All right. Wish I had my stand set up.
Hello, people. All my work against the false god has led me to this moment. I said that if he kept digging into people's personal lives, I would do the same to him, and now here we are.
Hi, guys.
Yes. Welcome, my guest, Hillbilly Hellride.
What's going on, everybody? It's nice to meet you, YouTube schizophrenic or
And it's
TY.
nice to meet you as well.
This is very interesting because I saw you built quite a case, and I know that me on my own, no one's going to listen. But any questions you have, I would love to answer. And this is all great because I thought he ruined my channel. He ruined everything I had going, and then just now, I guess I've been left alone. So we'll see where it
Yeah.
goes now. But
And you're not the only one he's done that to. I have a list of victims, I would like to say, of actual smaller channels. I don't want to say he's bullied them off the internet, but he has definitely done some damage.
yep, I see that. I've been studying him. I've been studying everybody's channel that is somehow linked to him, and I wish, I wish, I wish y'all could have got in touch with me sooner because he wouldn't have been able to get the grasp he's gotten so far on people and their emotions. So, has he admitted that he didn't get fired yet?
Yes, he has admitted that part. Now, the part I am curious about as well is when did you first meet our friend Butthurt Phil here?
I met him at Dollar General. He was the manager that got moved to the store, and that was my first interaction with him. Didn't even know he was a YouTuber. I've been lurking YouTube for so long and didn't know he was a YouTuber until apparently we had somebody. Everybody was following the Onision case at the time, so I ran it. I saw his face, and then it said his name, and then I saw it connected to it was Philip. I was like, "That's the dude." And then I saw Dollar General draw literally right after this had happened, like the night that he streamed that everything.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I remember you spamming it in one of his streams
yeah,
and
that was
spamming it in the comment section.
and yeah. I'm trying to pay attention to the chat. I have that on a different screen in MCU. Yes, I'll definitely be down to do an interview because I'm not gonna let him keep on with this. We need people who are also in his camp because I've realized now the the people who play in the drama community they jump back and forth from person to person, and I'm ready to see enough of them come over here, enough of them watch this and decide that they're. Cause I'm telling you, we need enough people to. It's not going to take many people. I swear, if you have 3 people in the chat saying, it's out now," but no.
Oh, we have multiple channels. I mean, he has attacked random view. I mean, are you how far did you get into some of my videos exactly on some of the things he said about people?
I, I've, I've literally got pulled into this. I got made aware of it maybe a night ago? Was it a night ago or 2 nights ago?
Okay, so you haven't been following this like as it developed.
No, I had no clue about it till
Oh, he has left a trail of just broken bodies and
yeah.
just terror among people. I mean, he has accused moderators of trying to get other moderators into the sex trade. Just the most bizarre soap opera style accusations go on between his moderators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Twitter's Hillbilly Hellride. It's the same. Same with the Instagram. Um, and thing is, it's not just that. I watched his virtue signaling today. I sat in his stream because ever since my video got brought back up, I definitely want to be aware of everything that's going on and everything he's doing and everything that's getting said. And literally today he said, and this boy involved, he doesn't know anything about nothing about my life and blah blah blah. Just shut it down. And the thing is, what he's claiming is that he was sexually harassed in a bathroom, right? Now, if that
Yes, that's
happened, that whole like it's a small town, they cover that stuff up. They don't cover up stuff like that, man.
he was claiming that he would refuse to come out against it because he was ashamed of the fact he was gay. That seems to be the thing he goes back to, is that he's, to quote my friend Kanish here, the only gay in the village.
Ha! Very interesting. Very interesting. No, not at all. He the boss and the whole husband coming and threatening with a gun thing. Surely he wasn't implying it was me, because I don't threaten people with guns. And if it was the manager at the time was lesbian. So
Oh,
I've
he's prone to some dramatic things when it comes to that. He recently, some viewer or whatever apparently was slightly mean to him in a private messages, so he posted them publicly. So quote, if something happens to him, the police know who to look for.
oh my
Like,
goodness, that's
this
what he.
person,
I'm so I'm so having to be very careful with the things I say, because because I am local to this freaking idiot, he will say stuff like that. And if I have the police knock on my door, oh, that would really surprise me,
Bro,
but it would
I
make
I
me
re-
laugh.
yeah. I mean, I really want to, because it sounds like he's similar in real life. I really want to get like some insight on this guy, on this man's psyche. I mean, this guy seems to have a habit.
Dude, it's like this. He saw the Onision drama. He's clearly followed drama. There's no other content. If you look at his content, it's all built on the piggyback of other things. And the one thing I noticed, which any simple man will notice with the YouTube algorithm, like not plugging, my channel is an example of this. I have a bunch of different variety videos, and I tag the shit out of them with different things. And like he did with Onision was hot. He was hot on drama, and that's what got people's attention. And he rode that, and then he started talking about, well, my discrimination, bruh. You weren't discriminated, dude. You were what's his name, Jussie Smollett, but like in the hills, bro. That's not
Yeah,
legitimate. Your claims
yeah,
are they busted.
yeah. Well, go ahead. Feel free to shill. I'll go ahead and put your channel in the description as well.
It's just Hillbilly
Yeah,
Hellride. I'm gonna continue
yeah.
around and make sure this situation gets dealt with, because it's over the top.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's gotten even worse. Have you heard what just happened with Real Stream News?
not so much, because I was watching it through his channel, because if you're gonna talk that shh, you're gonna walk that shh, as far as I'm concerned. And I know he's gonna be very reserved on what he says about me, because of that fear of, oh, he lives close, so come over. Nah, I'm never, ever, ever. Mark my words, if that ever comes up, y'all got it first. It's a bold-faced lie, because I know how sensitive this topic is. But no, what is he now doing to Real Stream? Because I've looked in on Real Stream's case too, because that was my first
He
thought.
just tried to copyright strike that stream you
Yeah,
did with him discussing it or something. He tried to get it taken down.
yeah, that's why I was telling everybody, if you want the basic gist of the conversation that was had, the basic bones facts of that conversation, I did like a follow-up video earlier today, and that sums it up. It's like he can't he could try to silence that for copyright claims or any footage of Phil. Um, he could try to hit that for copyright, but he can't hit my shit for saying his name. And I always say it vaguely, because by God, if you're coming to my channel, 90% of it is that's what you're coming there for. So everybody's familiar. So he can't copyright strike. And nothing has been threatening. And everything that has me discussing this matter that is him,
Oh,
I clarify constantly.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's threatening. Okay. Would you like to hear some of the accusations coming from both his camps and his moderators? He has personally claimed that his family lives in fear of me. They can't get chips from the Dollar General anymore because of me. Because I talked about it. I dared to
No,
speak of it.
they can't do that because they've been such dickheads in public. they're all like drama mongers, man. It's hard. It's beautiful. Like you
Yes.
set it up. They thrive on that shit. Him and his sister both, and they fire each other up on it and give each other a reason to go hard.
Yeah. Do you know how much do you know about his sister? Because it seems like to me as if his sister is his knight in shining armor, fights all the battles for him.
Kyle's mom's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world, and that seems to be the general consensus about her too. Because everybody who's ever mentioned her says, "Man, she's a bitch. She's such a bitch." And like I met her, and dude, she's such a bitch. And then in that live stream, she was just like, "No, he's lying, Philip. Let's shut him down." Man, if I was lying, anybody who comes in when I start streaming, anybody who comes in my comment section, if you come in and you say I'm lying and you accuse me of a lie, I'm not going to shut everything down. We're going to discuss what the fuck is the lie. And that's like if I was lying and I came in your screen, if I came in your stream and I was lying, you're gonna make me look like a fool, not just shut me down, stifle me, and stuff me in a box. That's not the way it works. That's why they can't stifle you. That's why they're not going to stifle me now. Except the first time I opened my mouth and that video took off, um, he literally, my shit came through with like 500 views like that. And I was like, oh shit. Because I thought I was going to be able to go live. Like I didn't realize that I had to have 1,000 subs to go live, but my thoughts the minute I saw that Dollar General stream, literally at the house, I flipped out and I was just like, I can't go live because I was calling them out and they blocked me in the chat and I was like, I told them I was gonna go live. Fuck it, I'm going to my channel, and I made that video really hastily and put it up, and dude, I've never seen views hit so fast, and then I've never seen like, dude, every video I had up at the time, constant dislikes, endless dislikes, just streamed in on me, attacked me, like were messaging me my address type shit. Like it was
Oh,
really
well, they were messaging you your address.
yeah.
Wow. I
I
mean,
literally
it's a
found it.
deity. So did deity dox you, or do you think that's what occurred?
I believe very yeah. I do. I believe he fired up his whole stream. He fired up his whole audience, and they came flying at me like a hornet's nest for literally telling the truth. Like, bro, you're sitting there talking about you got fired for discrimination, bro. You just quit coming to work, and that I'm getting ripped a new ass over this. Come on, that's shitty. That's not how you do this. You would have wanted to have a discussion with me, right? But you knew I was telling the truth, so why have a discussion that's going to prove you to be a fucking liar? And as far as I'm concerned, a thief, because think of all the money and donations that people gave him on the pretenses of being fired for discrimination from a job and not being able to do a damn thing about it.
I mean, you can also. My dog over there flipping out.
Mine does the same.
Yeah. You also have so many people that come into his community having no idea about his history because he hides all his content. So I mean, without us like archiving it basically and just watching it and covering it, people would have no idea. And then he repeatedly does the same thing over and over again to people.
Yeah,
it's honestly hilarious.
Yeah, him
You know,
in person, him in person is just as cringy and uncomfortable as you can imagine. So let me tell y'all what. Now, nobody call me homophobic for making a funny voice. I'm gonna make a funny voice for a second. But he's seriously like, come on now, y'all. They're always just pressuring me into everything, and I can't work under this pressure. And just like, dude, really, dude, everybody's picking up for you, going. But
yeah.
like, again, I didn't work for that company. I was an innocent bystander, really. And in my eyes, you would see, I guess, through like posturing yourself, you would see in the position that I was in and with what was going on with him there, you know, if I wanted to ride the wave of what was popular to get in the good graces of fucking who the fuck could care or matter, you'd think I'd ride the wave and defend Philip. But the thing is, I understood what I was taking on by standing up and saying, no, that's not true, because it's not true. And I just can't let. It's one thing
Yeah,
to say to lie and lie for good. There's another thing that's just a bold-faced lie. And then when you're lying and profiting off of it.
yeah, and like he refuses to speak with me because I brought up the Dollar General situation and said I was going to look into it a long time ago.
Yeah.
And have you? You said that you were watching like my some of my videos. Have you seen the point where I was on his stream? I mean, we can watch that right now. It's a special feature on this thing.
Bro, pull it up. I haven't. I watched.
Okay.
I've only caught the tip of the iceberg on the saga, but I'm hey, dude, I'm ready to go to war, because
this is legitimately amazing. This is, some people say that this is the real Deity here. I mean, this is absolutely. I mean, this person has called me a predator now. Deity has called me a predator. I mean, he hates me. I mean, he says he doesn't hate me, but I don't know. Okay.
He's just lost it.
He has lost it. Just 2 seconds. Let me make sure I got the right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I haven't been watching the chat. I try to keep up with them because, dude, they're all these people that are a lot of these people in the chat are the reason I found you guys, or the reason that I was able to, you know, find the right group of people. So I appreciate them for that, because we wouldn't have been able to handle any of this shit. I wouldn't have found. I mean, if it wasn't for the dude who's on the hot seat, I wouldn't have run into any of you, unless y'all eventually tag me in something.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely try to keep up with the chat too. A lot of times it can get kind of busy. Sometimes I feel like it breaks Deity's heart how close in viewership we get sometimes. Considering the fact I didn't even make videos until he like randomly banned me and sent me this massive wall of text. Oh my god, he's done that to so many people. But now I want to clarify before I play this video. Everyone in this video, except for Deity, has turned on him at this point.
Play it.
It's honestly hilarious. So apologies have been made, so don't hunt these people down and cause them any problems. So many people have done that, by the way, who have talked so much crap about me, have turned around about, yeah, this guy might have some issues.
You don't have issues. It's the thing is, people will. There's two types of pedestals. I'm sorry. There's two types of pedestals. There's the one that's like they're gonna put you up here and glorify you, and then there's the one they're gonna put you up on and try to use you as an explanation. And the thing is, they can't blame any of this on any mental illness they may think you have. It's not about mental illness or crazy thoughts even. You're crazy if you don't analyze the fucking shit that's coming out of Philip's mouth.
Well, the thing is, he's talked about it before. He knows what his issues are. Hold on, I'm pulling up the clip now. But he's talked about, he knows what his issues are. But when I brought up the Dollar General thing, he blew a gasket. Oh, can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
And strap on and let him have it. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. I apologize. I'm being disgusting, but I'm mad. God, you're really gonna have to private this.
Before I let you speak, because I have you muted, I want you to fucking understand that YouTube shit is no reason to bring up anything in my goddamn personal life. What you are is a motherfucking coward. What you are is someone who overstepped personal boundaries because of some petty shit. I hid you personal privacy, motherfucker. I don't know you from another goddamn person out on the fucking street. You have no right to invade my goddamn life, motherfucker. And I'm telling you that now. You are so goddamn lucky that I pity you for your mental health issues, because I thought about calling the fucking law on you. You need help. You need to be put the fuck away. You don't get my privacy like this.
I don't agree that he needs to be away, but I do agree that he needs at least therapy.
You don't get to decide, I'm just not going to take my medicine and then act a fucking fool. You don't get a pass for doing that, and I'm not going to give you a fucking pass. I'm done with it. I wanted to say what I had to say to you, but I want you to know that you are garbage. I have no sympathy for you. You don't get to bring up something that was traumatic and that was a horrible goddamn experience for me and use it as goddamn YouTube fodder for goddamn YouTube clicks, motherfucker. You don't get to do this. And I'm fucking done.
What
And ever
the
since then, he refuses to engage me on a stream.
What the fuck?
Dude,
Oh,
absolutely blew a gasket.
fuck, bro. Holy shit. Everything, dude, how do you work yourself? How does one work themselves up to get that dramatically pumped and fucking angry and it all be fucking fabricated? Every bit of it. I can't.
It's something, man.
Can't come up with that. I couldn't pump that hard, dude. Who fired him up? He had to have had a box full of people, just fucking like a bunch of shook up bees in a box, dude. He's fucked.
Oh my god, he legitimately believes he said this once. He accused me of riling up an angry mob outside his house.
Chill out, Phil.
I don't know. That's the main reason I wanted to talk to you. Like you said that main thing I also want to talk about is EBT. Like the whole EBT thing. That really stuck out to me.
He said it to people that related to all of us that were around the store in the situation. He made fucking EBT comments openly. He made it to somebody. He made it to people we knew. He made a comment about ABT card usage and insinuating toward people I'm related to, and he straight up was like EBT fun, and he made comments about just belittling people who needed government assistance. And then even today, somebody could go back, I'm sure, and get a clip of it today. You'd see my name there going in the chat if I wasn't fucking shadow banned. But as of today, I heard him bring up and the EBT thing, y'all. Do y'all really think I would do that? I'm not that type of person. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, you did. And you are. And I had people I'd never met come up to me and say they heard you say this shit in streams. So, like, dude, you can only be golden for so long.
Hogan poses an interesting theory in the chat, and I've heard this before, and I'm going to pose a name to this theory as well. Just a theory. Maybe someone did contact those people IRL, and YouTube Schizophrenic was the first one to openly say he sent emails. So maybe you got the blame. See, I've heard that there's a certain one of his moderators that goes around and has been known to stir up drama. And Michelle D is the one who doxed the people who apparently sussed out. I have screenshots proving this. Sussed out the emails and stuff and the numbers of the Dollar General for him. So if that person were to, I don't know, want to rile up people against me, they could theoretically call up the Dollar General on my behalf and get them riled up. And now he thinks, oh my God, I was the one riling up all these people in his personal life.
Sorry.
Hypothetically.
Well, the thing is, that information wouldn't have to be sought out. Philip would have that on hand. I know he would. And then the thing is, it still could be sussed out quite easily.
Well, no, it was sussed out for his audience to go like attack them with as well. Like it was like posted in the chat and stuff.
I saw an actual screenshot of this actually tonight at some point within some sort of Discord. So I know this shit exists. There is proof that he kicked the hornet's nest of Dollar General. He's sitting on this high horse, and it's just disgusting.
Oh, he was saying the Dollar General was going to pursue legal action against me because I was like bringing up and talking about it. I was like,
oh, no.
I don't think that's how it's going to work.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Dollar General literally couldn't give a fuck because literally I've had discussions with certain affiliates and dude, they've got their own bullshit to deal with, and they literally could not give a fuck about him. Straight up. Or you or anyone.
Yeah. And another point
about that, if anything got brought up from that would have got brought up from that situation, we would have heard about it because they wouldn't have even known about this. Literally, dude, it's so all fabricated.
Yeah, another point. He says that like apparently somehow I've doxed him. This is the guy. This is the same guy. I don't know if he still has this up. Okay, this is part of the Deity legend, the Philip legend.
Yeah.
He got up from his computer to answer a phone call on his parents' landline, and answered it. It was a phone call from his doctor on his live stream. Okay, he walked over, like took a few steps closer to his computer. I guess he was just too lazy to finish walking the couple of steps to mute his microphone. He doxed his doctor's name and his full parents' landline, and then just went back to live streaming.
Wow.
You can't write this stuff.
No, yeah, he's a smart one. Look, I'm telling you, you're like, don't. I'm not saying everybody out here stupid, but I ain't saying everybody out here smart either. All right. I just learned some common sense from dealing with shitiots like this. But no, he's the biggest fraud there is, and this is what happens when you take somebody out of the trailer park and then you give them some clout. This is where it goes. You can't. You might give them clout, but you can't take the trailer park out their soul now.
Yeah, he built an audience off the Onision stuff, and the first thing he does is attack his former employer.
Yeah, that was dumb.
That's legitimately like, if YouTube wasn't the Wild West, that would be enough to get you banned in most places.
True.
I mean, on the list of things people have pulled on YouTube, I mean that ranks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They definitely they've let it go on long enough, and the thing is, I feel like, what more do we need? What more do we need other than people in his discords, people in his comment group, people in his little peanut gallery? We just need people to start, because the more little freckles of doubt he sees throughout his little community, so to speak, the more little speckles of doubt he sees in there, that, look, y'all, you don't got to out yourself for any kind of group or whatever. Just go in there, because I know y'all out there. Y'all are tricky fellas out there now, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. I know everybody bounces back and forth. We ain't fools. So I'm saying, just kind of let him know here and there.
I mean, coming from me, I've seen he loses his mind on random people who support him, who have supported him for a long time in his chat. Imagine if you go in there and legitimately are skilled at trolling.
Well, I'm seeing DMs from at least 2 or 3 of them as we've been talking that, I'm seeing like just getting messages about them wanting to talk, and it's people that come from his camp. And thing is, the more of them that are still, he doesn't know. I'm not gonna start saying names, of course, but those that he don't know are over here talking to me. I'm not gonna call y'all out, by the way. I ain't stupid. Like the more that he don't know and that isn't going to be public in any way, the better.
Well, if you go back to I have a playlist like the Deity investigation. If you go back to my very first one, I had a mole in his moderator team who was my friend, constantly leaking everything that was said in there. So it was actually kind of funny, and it drove him so paranoid he demodded his entire moderator team. It was hilarious because the whole thing of our issue was that he basically saw me commenting on a parody video of him, and then he basically banned and muted me, and then went on a long rant on his live streams, which he was hidden, of course, of me being a spy for Real Stream News, some kind of plant or a mole.
I just got sent the link of where he doxed Dollar General last year. Right now. I'd pull it up, but I'm not right now.
I actually do not have that footage. So if someone wants to send that one to me as well. I don't have the actual video. I've seen the screenshots of like where the various people have sussed out information. But I was there when it happened. I was in the chat. If you can, I don't know if you can see banned people or not, but I was in the chat like, this is insane. Maybe you should like not be doing this.
I think he can see banned people, but the rest of his chat can't, because every time I said something like I basically first came in there like, "Hey motherfucker, what you doing? It's Hillbilly. You know who I am. Run." He fucking was like, he was like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, that reminds me of Bray Wyatt. You ever heard of him?
Go, y'all. like every fucking time. Like,
Breaking a ball.
Betty, he does not. He knows what I bring to the table, and he don't like it because he wants to be able to say, this motherfucker, but he has that one fear in his head. I'm local. We both know this. He wants to keep it on the internet, and so do I. So you stop, Philip, because you're acting a fool. I'm not threatening you. Philip, let me read that as that's never gonna happen forever in life. But
I mean, let's go through his rap sheet right here. Since he's acting a fool, he has, like I said, he's lied and smeared countless people with the strangest of accusations. He doxed a person's place of work, like my friend Kanish, and tried to get him fired because I don't know. I guess because he went on a stream with me once.
Jeff, I've talked to Kanish a little bit.
Yeah, him and Deity are never gonna sort out their issues. He hates him for good reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's. I'm just like, the funny thing is that because I know this man, I'm like, I wanted to just roll up here, like, hey,
hold on. I'm gonna ask a quick question from the chat that I see.
Yeah, I was trying to watch.
Is it possible that Deity is collecting unemployment from the store?
I mean, I do not think so. I mean, he just quit coming to work. They're not going to give you unemployment for just quitting coming to work.
Yeah, like, would you say he like absconded would be the term?
Like, they're not going to give you unemployment if you just quit coming to work, because that's the truth of it.
Yeah, I think the biggest confusion is also the fact that he's going back and forth, because I'm positive he said at one point he was fired.
Yep. Nope. I mean, he was never fired. Nope. And the fact that he tells that story so well, what made him change? What made him change his story from he got fired to he didn't get fired? And then now why would his people in that chat still accept him? Because I don't care what you say. If you lie like that, who the fuck isn't asking questions? How can you not ask questions at that point?
Well, I think the biggest advantage he has is he has like this cycle with his audience where he pisses all the old people off, they leave, and the new people come in because of the type of content he does. That's one advantage. He also hides everything so that nobody can piece together the things, and you have the natural thing of people having a very short attention span and a very short memory.
Well, you can't hide me. I saw this play out. I know the truth.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're documenting it now, so that way, like I said, I would make a video just of Deity exposing himself, but it's hard to do. Well, he's copyright striking people now.
How much content of his did you play? What's the standard? Isn't it like after a certain amount of 30 to 45 seconds? You know, you can only play just so much of their shit before they can fucking strike it.
They can strike it for any reason. They can strike it if you play 2 seconds. They can strike. Apparently, allegedly, they can strike it even if you play none of their content. It's against the YouTube rules, but YouTube doesn't care. I mean, there's all sorts of dirty, underhanded tags that they go down. So.
Oh, I know Susan Wojcicki's up some bullshit. Susan, don't fuck me up for that. You already let them boys come after me one time, Susan. You didn't do shit about it. But that was because I had at the time probably 20 subs, and and he came in and brought his little personal army. They took a big old shit on me. But
yeah, I want to get into that too. Yeah, like when you made that video about it, like I understand that you took it down. He went on to claim that you guys had settled it privately, that it was settled that way. Like I heard that you apparently like he sicked his fan base on you, and then you were forced to take it down because you were getting flagged. Like, what's the story there?
Yeah, I was no, I was told I had to take it down. I got a YouTube message because it had been flagged. Even like videos of my farm were getting flagged. Videos of me riding an ATV were getting flagged for like lewd shit. And it's like, dude, you mean to tell me there was uh like, I don't know, abuse and the rope culture shit going on in a damn video where I'm riding ATV by myself, like dumb shit like that. Like y'all gonna it's a nature video and it got fucking 150 dislikes and 2 likes on it in a nature video that's fucking 3 minutes long kind of thing. But no, I spoke to him and he was down to he kept saying that like, look, I didn't talk about y'all, I wasn't talking about y'all. And then I was like, okay, but the thing is you're still gonna bring trouble down on my woman because she works there. And he was like, well, look, I'll make sure that y'all are left out of it. And then it was too late, my shit had already been storm raided. And I dude, I thought it was just dead after that. I literally thought that he was a fucking nobody, and I thought that got out because like I had a feeling somebody had taken down that had copied my video, which was awesome. But let's see.
Yeah, I want to add on to this. He's also claimed that the Dollar General people were looking into me. They had my screen name and Real Stream News' screen name, and we're going to be looking into us and filing suits against us. I don't have anything. No one sent me anything.
No, because that didn't happen. That's an absolute lie. Did he show anything whatsoever that was proof of that? Because it's a fucking lie.
No, he loves to say he's doing something without actually showing any evidence. He also said he filed a police report on Real Stream News, but that was complete fabrication as well, most likely.
Well, there you go. There's your absolute infallible proof. This boy ain't about shit. He's about stirring up bullshit and trying to start a war that his ass ain't ready for. He's taking advantage of so many of y'all, and I hate that. I hate that so much because nobody.
At one point he was allied to a person. Now this person has turned on him. Like this was his cycle. People ally with him and then turn on him. Was a person, a mental health master, and what he was doing was he was getting people to start sharing their mental illness. He was all about mental health and mental wellness. Yeah, the false god should not be talking about being mentally well, but probably.
True.
But he was getting people to suss. He was sussing out people's mental health issues. All right, and then basically, whenever you do anything that would anger him or that would offend him in any way, he'd use it against you and then boot you, so that way you couldn't defend yourself. Over and over again, he would do this.
Yeah,
he made a sport out of it.
Yeah, that's and like they said, the YouTube is a giant corporation, and they couldn't give a fuck about something going on YouTube. No, nobody cared about his bullshit. If it would have been legit, it would have been somebody would have followed up on it. If it would have been legit, somebody really would have sunk their teeth into fighting for him. You know how many we were so close to Auburn, Alabama, which is a renowned place for like freedom movements. And if you don't think that for a minute, if somebody was discriminated right down the road from Auburn, Alabama, that every professor, peace movement, everyone involved in that kind of culture would have came together for him massively, dude. No, it was.
Yeah, Deity could have had a very large following, a very loyal following, but he like attacked it. Like he actively rejected it. Like I was a very like loyal viewer. I was trying to steer him in the right direction. Like he was freaking about his Mac being hacked, which is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, iPhones and Macs. Good luck with that.
Yeah, he
Stop dealing with Anonymous. Believe me, I know what's vulnerable and what's not.
Yeah, I mean he's absolutely ridiculous. And I was doing my best to try and steer him on in the right path. And you have a lot of other people who were trying to do the right thing. They get accused of being spies. Like that's some next level paranoia.
Bye.
Yeah. I mean, another thing I've made,
or they may end up hating me because I'm gonna come in. I think you're gonna like my personality coming into this whole thing, because I'm not gonna buy into their bullshit, and I'm gonna call them out on it quick, and it's gonna get ugly, because especially with the position that Philip's been able to take, that's unacceptable. They've been letting this boy spout bullshit for fucking months now, and I ain't heard about it. And I got this fucker in my backyard. That is not a good representation of where we're from. And by God, if there's gonna be a streamer from my region that's gonna fucking stand out for being something good, if this little area is gonna be on the map for fucking something, it's not gonna be from him.
Oh, according to Deity, Alabama is like this anti-gay dystopia where nobody has any free speech and there's only one LGBTQ representation, and that's him.
A woman just whispered off camera, "Everybody here is gay." I've had 2 roommates in the past several years of my life having this place here. They're both gay. One was a male, one dude, and then a lesbian couple moved in for a while and lived here. Like, everybody around here, like, no, it's a dystopia for people getting away from that shit, because everybody thinks Alabama's some backwoods place. You'll get cut up or shot for being gay. No, they can come here and live off in the woods and not be messed with.
Yeah.
It's
And
nice.
since Deity has made up so many things about so many people, I feel like it's important we pose this question. He has given 2 conflicting stories about his sexual history in his videos. Now, he's made full videos about this. 2 conflicting stories, and I would like to pose them to you and give you kind of pick your brain on them.
Okay.
Okay. The first sexual history one was that he had been in a bunch of different relationships, and I guess his trauma stemming from the Dollar General bathroom incident basically ruined them. That he's only had a couple of different relationships. Seemed like, it was a logical thing that made sense. The other one that was posed, and I remember him posing this in his live stream, is that he had a very promiscuous phase. And our friend Kanish has posed that since all the gay men, and this is what Deity has said, all the gay men in Alabama are married to women. Okay, he was getting some in the Dollar General glory holes. I was just curious if there was any validity to that.
There's glory holes at Dollar General?
No.
There are? Not a one.
No.
There's no place think you could do a quickie.
Dollar General, I would not clean the bathroom.
Dude, so can you think of any place in that store you could get a wiki wild one in?
You need a key to get in.
Did he have a key?
You can get a key if you get a key.
This is getting more scandalous, guys. This is getting way more scandalous here. All right, no more comments. But dude, bro, no, as far as I know, there's nothing like that. No, I can't imagine, because I mean, were there strange men that came up there to meet Philip at any time that you noticed, that you picked up on? It's gonna be the last question from her, though. Let me see.
I wish, but no.
She said, "I wish, but no."
But no. I can't lie. No, there's never been strange, super sexual men.
Okay, good. There's never been those aggressive older men wearing way too high pulled up trousers and clearly no underwear. Just trolling around. Where boys at? That's fucked up. All right, I can't. No, I know some people will call that their culture, and I don't want to make fun of it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna make fun of people. I never saw anything like that out of him. I'm not gonna sit here and because that would be defamation of character if I was to sit here and say or claim anything of that nature. But I didn't know. I mean, because then I'd be a dick if I said I made assumptions off of how somebody talked. And mom and sister are scared to go to the store to buy drinks and getting dirty looks. Well, here's the funny part. He got moved. He's worked for he's worked for Dollar General for some time, but he worked for a different Dollar General. He worked at one that's actually closer to where he lives. And he had to go farther away to go to the Dollar General where he was working at where he had this issue. So follow me on this. If he supposedly, if they're afraid to go in a store and they're getting dirty looks, this tells me they're going into this other store, not this one that he left and getting dirty looks. That would have nothing to do with anybody at this store. They don't flip
Yeah.
flop like that. They have general managers and managers for each one, so they have their own little drama circle. You
Oh,
feel me?
so does this confirm one of their lies that they only have one Dollar General in their town?
Dude, we got $2 Generals, a bunch of gas stations, man. We got 2 liquor stores and $2 Generals in our small town. What, 3? Oh, we have a third Dollar General actually in our small town. No bullshit.
Okay, so they don't live in fear of me and you to the point where they can't get pops and chips.
Fuck no, dude. Come on now. No,
Okay.
dude. This is a small town. You would stand out like a sore thumb here, dude. They've never seen you. They never thought they saw you. I've never seen you.
Yeah. I mean, I know gaming like their melodrama, but this is a little ridiculous. Some of the stuff that
Yes.
comes out of it now.
Watch him. I'm telling you, watch him. Dude, he's going to say that you are now paying me. Watch this shit. We're making a meme right now, you and me.
I'm gonna start. He's probably gonna go on a stream flipping out saying, "Oh my god, he's gonna start bringing on people from my personal life week after week after week."
I'm not in his personal life. I knew that fucker for the amount of time that I had to encounter him due to their work bullshit.
Yeah, he says you like confronted him in the Dollar General. That was one of the things I was being told there was footage of, where you like confronted him or whatever.
Wait, which part now?
Like, did you like? I think that's what I don't know if he was referring to you specifically because he's very vague all the time. He refuses to use names, so it's kind of hard to attach things. But he says that someone confronted him in the Dollar General, and I think he was referring to you.
About what?
I'm not for sure. He just said that. I think he was just referring to he was referring to your videos, or that like this person is the person who confronted me at the Dollar General, or something.
I never
like
had
that.
the chance to confront him at the Dollar General. That's the thing. Like, I've never said anything mean to him in my life. Like, on my life, on my puppy, on my woman. I've never said anything mean to him. I've always been nice to him. I never had the chance. Like, literally, do you think after he said the things he said, and I saw him in person, I think I wouldn't have.
I mean, I'm just
Like, I mean, seriously. Because, like,
yeah.
no, I've never said anything mean to him ever. He claimed somebody came up there and threatened him with a gun too, and I think he was like insinuating that it was me. No, never, ever. I've never threatened anyone with a gun. No, never. Don't ever. I don't ever talk about firearms or violence. No, 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 no.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he like I said, he's prone to some serious melodrama. He also claimed at one point that like someone had one of those vapor pens, and that he had exploded like some kind of grenade in the parking lot of the Dollar General.
That's not how 18650s vent. I know too much about vape pens and vape batteries and vape stuff. I used to work in a shop. No, that sounds like bullshit too, but I don't know. I'm not there all the time, so
I don't know. I've never heard of anything like that happening where you can, or it's in the parking lot, you can hear it from within the Dollar General. I mean, that's
no, it makes it hissing. It starts to melt. It starts to shoot like
that's what
chemical
I've.
fire at the bottom, and then you'll hear a loud hissing and whistling, and you just kind of toss it. They don't kaboom. That's not the way it works.
Oh yeah, I want to bring this up too because I remember this being thing. He claimed he was transferred because the store he was transferred to was short on managers. Is that true? Also, did he work there for 10 years?
Was the store short on managers? The store was short on managers. What? Yeah, like 5 people quit in one day. They were short on managers, yes, and that's why they brought him in. But he had worked there for 9 years. I mean, yeah, that if he's saying 10, I guess that's a lie. But give or take, it's not enough of a wide enough gap to say you fucking lied about 1 year. 9 and 10 mean a lot. You can't hang on to that. That's not worth it. But no, yeah, they were short on managers, but I don't speak on behalf of Dollar General. That's the thing. But I'm going to speak honestly. Nothing to protect them for. I have nothing to protect. No reason to protect them all or anything. So just be.
Yeah, I have. I also do not speak on behalf of Dollar General, although I am beyond your reach. So, just throwing that out there. I don't think the Dollar General people care. If anything, they're probably more mad at Mr. Phillip than any of us.
Yeah. Older guy was stalking him at work and trying to make him go into his truck. Never heard of that.
Yeah, he claims that the person who was having relations with him unwillingly in the bathroom was also the person who was repeatedly coming to his work and harassing him. Now, is this is there any validity to this? Can this be confirmed or denied?
It sounds like a bunch of bullshit. I mean, I don't know for sure, but to do that, he would have had to give the guy the key to the bathroom in the first place.
He said this is now I don't know if which Dollar General this could be, if this was the first one or the second one, but he was claiming this was a big part of why he reacted the way he did towards me about it, and just in general why he is so volatile on the Dollar General issue. So I don't know. He said that all this happened at his work, that this guy was coming there repeatedly and harassing him on the job in front of people. So he said there would be lots of witnesses.
I'm trying to think of the bathroom placements in each store, and I won't get personal with them, y'all. But like, no, it's something different. I don't know, man. I can't comment on it because I don't know. But nothing's ever been said about that. I've never heard that story.
Yeah, like I was saying the same thing. Like the way he was saying that, essentially the dude was coming into the store and groping him in front of people. That something like that would get around. Small town, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they have CCTVs in there, dude. That would have seen.
Yeah, like even like he said it was happening in front of people. So I'm just saying word of mouth it would have got around. So that's why I was curious about it. Because he's made up so many tall tales that like I never had any reason to disbelieve him, but he's made up so many tall tales that I'm just questioning everything. I mean, like I said, he's just ridiculous accusations that even like he's tactically done it to insert himself into certain situations as well. Like there was a big drama about this person who I'm currently friends with. I don't want to get too much into it, but he tactically made up something that like, oh, they accused me of something when everyone is perplexed about where that came from, and it's just interesting timing. So.
It really is, because I just caught on to think some of that as well. And to the fans of the goat, I will make another goat video. The goat has a friend now. She has a boyfriend, and they're so very happy. But yeah, I've been watching that, and that's what he's doing. He's smoke screening, because if enough people can corner him up and be like, look, you need to tell the truth, because dude, it's only gonna get worse from here. You can just bow out and get out of here, and that's that. Or we could run you out of here, and the memes are gonna live on, and you will become a meme a whole lot more hardcore than you would have in the first place.
Oh, I want to get this message across to his face. If he doesn't change his tune, he's going to end up as a bigger lol cow than Amberlyn Reed. If he isn't already.
Why? He says literally, everybody in his chat needs to say, let's see the CCTV footage of this, because they exist in all these stores. And dude, if anybody wants to question it, next time we go up there, I'll snap pictures of the fucking cameras, or I'll make a video of it, because I can't go live yet. But as soon as I can go live, I'll fucking go live on this shit. Like, seriously, I don't fucking care.
Have you have you seen Holly Undead's parody that started all this drama with me and him? You have?
I didn't know that's what started it.
I left this is amazing under it. And he lost his mind, and all of a sudden, I'm a spy for Real Stream News. Somehow he jumped to that conclusion. Like maybe, like I said, it's legitimately confusing where he comes up with some of this. You know,
I'm still getting to know everybody, guys. I don't know about ALR yet. I've been told of a few people that I needed to meet in the community, and I've met a few, but
yeah, I don't know if you've been introduced to a Roger Brown yet. He makes content on Deity. He's had some stuff made up about him too, and he's been doing constant content on him whenever he freaks out on people.
Well, Deity's not gonna know what to do when my face is on every god dang one of these streams and videos, and I'm like, hey bro, you ever want to talk? Let's talk. He won't fucking talk. He won't fucking talk. Because I'm gonna be like, look, I'm not gonna hear you yelling at me. If you yell at me one fucking time, and if you fucking mute me, I'll drop this shit like a hot potato. I'm not gonna be your cash cow to sit here and do this. That's not gonna happen. So like, you start screaming over me and shit, boop, bye. I don't care.
Oh yeah. Next time I end up on stream with him, I'm having some Sharpies and some whiteboards near me.
Yeah, like, dude, I'll leave. You're not gonna get your view off me, bro. But I will say, yeah, I'm gonna call him out on everything, and I'm gonna be like, you know what? I don't give a fuck what your rebuttal is, because I don't fucking care. I didn't want to be involved in your bullshit. So these are the facts. You never got fired. You lied about all that. You ragged on people for EBT. There's nothing you can say to change my mind because I witnessed every bit of it. So fucking blah. Go to your little Discord and do whatever the fuck you want to do. You were wrong. This is what happened, and I'm out. I don't fucking care. Suck it. Like, I don't know what.
Yeah, like, Kanish has also covered a video by him recently of him flipping out on another viewer, just a random people in his chat. Like,
yeah, I talked to him about that. I haven't watched the video yet, but I've got.
Yeah, that's recent. He's still doing this. He acknowledges his problems, and he still keeps doing it.
I've got hours of footage to watch.
Yeah, hours of content on this guy, and yeah, I mean, the whole situation with Deity seems to simply be he wants to be able to dox people however he wants to be able to, say whatever he wants about people. But if anyone tries to do that on him, oh my god, it's the end of the world.
Well, come at me, bro. That's all I got to say to him. Come at me, bro. Your little following does not fucking scare me. Your people don't scare me. I'm not easily intimidated, especially by the internet. I've dealt with stolen valor cases in front of 25K people. It was terrifying, but I know what I'm doing. I wouldn't have got into this if I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, people are very terrified of the internet. I have like a whole playlist or whatever, a privated playlist on my channel of people saying they live in fear of me, that people freaking out by just me showing up in a chat. I mean, there's some real softies on the internet, and like Deity is one of them. That's for sure.
Oh wait, I'm live. Yeah, they get real triggered, and they're very.
Yeah. It's amazing what you can do with some mean videos on the internet.
They can't deal with it. I tried to get in. I've been doing, dude. I had so much content before all that shit happened, but they're not gonna stop me now. I'm gonna be a thorn in his side for the remainder of my, until I'm not seeing any more of his bullshit.
Well, welcome to the squad. And I mean, there's a few people. I mean, a lot of the bigger YouTubers don't seem to want to cover him for some reason. So,
well, because they're afraid of getting called homophobic or something. They're afraid of that card being pulled. I'm not. I don't care. I've got too much backing and validating what I say.
Okay, hold on. There's another good question. He claimed that he got 2 write-ups, one for being accused of following his co-manager around the store, and another write-up for harassing a cashier. Was the cashier your wife?
No. I was somebody else.
Yeah, here's the interesting thing. He claimed that I think it was your wife was actually his friend.
It was my wife, but no, he didn't harass her. She told me. He didn't. She says she doesn't even think he got written up. Honestly.
Yeah.
Following somebody around the store. Did you hear anything about that drama? Because I've heard that. Sounds familiar, but is that more of the fabricated?
That's what his sister was doing to Lauren. His sister, his mom.
Pardon me. The actual story on that is the whole somebody following somebody around the store thing was Philip's sister and Philip's mom doing that to the manager. That got flipped around. That actual story was his mom and sister following, we'll just call her L. There's an M involved and there's an L involved. L. They followed L around the store making shitty little comments. He turned that around, y'all.
That honestly doesn't surprise me that he would do this. So his family is the one that got him in trouble, though.
And he said also that somebody was following him around the store, some random guy throwing things around the store up high and over the shelves and stuff and calling him the F word, the bundle of sticks. He claims that happened too, which none of this was available on CCTV. And she was there that night that he claimed that happened. And that never happened. Basically, he went to the manager and told her about this guy coming in and calling him the F word, throwing shit around the store, messing up the store, and throwing shit in his face. He asked, the manager asked my woman about it, which it never happened, because she was there, and it was not on CCTV. So, there's a lot of lies, man, that can be validated.
Yeah, that's a lot of lies. I mean, that's a lot of... I did in one of my videos, did like a screenshot of him because he was going off about how this person was flipping out on him. I did a screenshot comparison of it, and it was so tame compared to the way he was describing it. And I suspected most of the things he was saying are. Yeah.
He fabricates it all. He has to keep, dude, he's got a bunch of subs. He has to keep, you have to feed them. You got to feed them.
Yeah, he seems to need to be the biggest victim in the room at any given moment. Yeah. You know, I noticed that in some of his streams with other people, he's got to always talk about how he's a victim of this, how he's the only gay man in Alabama.
Yeah, that's the only way people ever like him. He's definitely not the only gay man in Alabama.
Oh, yeah. He would have you believe that it's this horrible place. So I'm glad you are here to, you know, at least provide a different perspective, shall we say, than, you know, doom and gloom.
So he acts like that it was like having to supervise kids. No, he literally could sit on his phone off camera and text all day. Stand there and text.
Yeah. Do you know anything about his cat situation with his cats? Because he's accused people before of trying to tell him to have his cat killed just randomly.
That's dumb. He would also say that he would say all the time that the main woman in charge would constantly. He would always say that she would never text him back and never tell him anything. And then she looked at her phone one day and she just showed him threads and threads and threads of messages that were where he lied and lied and lied and lied.
Yeah, it's just
got around after this shit happened, man. When everybody found out what he was doing on YouTube up there, it got around. Everybody found out and just started exposing him for everything. He's exposed. He only lives on the internet because IRL he is exposed.
So in his town that's well known that his YouTube stuff. They might even be keeping up with it.
Oh no, I'm saying like he can do this shit from home on the internet because you can't do it IRL.
Oh, okay. His capabilities.
There is. Like,
yeah, no, he seems to use, like I said, like this, with the Dollar General thing. He also has instances of doing this in general of people he doesn't like. He says he wants them gone. He wants them gone, and then tries to, you know, use his audience like some kind of army to go after them. It's legitimate. Yeah, it's legitimate. He went after some ASMR channel that used to be his moderator. Like attacking an ASMR channel. That's about as insane as you can get, right?
That's stupid. I don't know what motives and anything he does are other than to fuel the drama, to fuel the community's outrage.
Yeah, and
toward everyone.
I also think there's some real hypocrisy in it if he's trying to build this community of real SJW types and he's going off on people about EBT and saying he looks down on people who use EBT. That's what really stuck out to me in that video, more so than anything else, because it sort of like does not make sense for his character. the way he's trying to portray himself.
Well, the way he's trying to portray himself, he's lost touch with reality. He's lost touch with what normalcy is. He's so clouded by these SJW types that he doesn't know who the hell he is. He just knows what he wants. I don't even think he's aware of the way even the common motherfucker who's not ready to meet somebody like him, how he is perceived. It's fucked up. I'm mystified with every.
He's very convincing. You have so many people, like I said, who have come to me being like, he just told me all these things. Like he has all his people convinced apparently that I am some kind of like insane stalker who was like calling up all these people in his personal life and everything. I was like, I emailed the Dollar General once because I knew they'd never get back to me, just to be like a fuck you. Hey, I emailed the Dollar General.
Yeah, and you know, they're not gonna get back with you because they don't fucking care.
I don't care. I knew they didn't care. It's just like I said, it's a troll.
Sending them litigation papers of some sort, they're not even gonna fucking acknowledge your existence, dude. They don't care.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Bigger fish to fry.
And I do look forward to know more of his former colleagues because I know they have a lot to say.
Oh, I'd love to have them on too. Might as well at this point. He's already crossed so many lines anyway.
That's all. Yeah. This is the bombshell. Why would I lie? Why would I care?
No, I mean, everything you said has been entirely within line for the things the false god has been up to lately. Seems like he's the same person offline as he is online.
He is. Typical.
Yeah, the thing that I would like to really hammer home is he acknowledges his issues. He knows he has a problem. He just doesn't seem to have any capability to try and fix it.
We do need Tiger Joe combos. I ain't gonna say that, but dude, I did want to. I never got close enough to smell him, but I will say. What the fuck was I gonna say? I'm a little back. Rabble. Yeah. He has he's definitely fucked up here, and he's literally. I'm curious which direction he's gonna go next. Is he gonna go the direction of trying to talk like he's scared of me, or if he's gonna talk like, you know, if this is gonna be enough. If this is gonna be enough to rattle him loose of his little like shell that he's hiding behind. Because that's what we need.
Yeah. Well, you know, he has moments of clarity. Like I've made this. I don't know if I've made this joke publicly, but I've made this joke privately to people. Okay, he says it before on his stream that he has like he's a borderline personality is what he says.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you watch his streams, because he streams all the time, because all that guy does is stream. Like I couldn't pull off that kind of streaming schedule. I'll give him that. If you watch his streams, you can see his highs and lows. You can see at some point he's peppy. He's like, this was a great stream, guys. And other times he's just losing his mind going off on people. You can see the highs and lows.
Yeah. Well, I think that would be with anybody. Because, I mean, you're only going to want to fucking have to cuss out. So, no, you don't want to have to cuss out any fucking body. Like, I haven't had anybody since my return to YouTube. I haven't had anybody I've had to cuss out yet.
Yeah, I mean, I've had trolls, and a lot of times if you play off them, unless they're like legitimately just trying to screw with you, if you play off them, they'll end up becoming your fans.
Exactly.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to acknowledge that. He seems to think that we're all spies and that we're all just trying to mess with his head. I mean, he's so paranoid. And that's coming from me.
Subs. No, I'm just fucking with you, bro. I'm just saying I'm coming to the family and I'm ready to hang out and get to know everybody and fuck this dude up because I'm all for anything anybody wants to be about. I'm still on the fence because I gotta say, like, if I'm gonna get dumped into that, well, the first person I met and talked to was RSN, and then I talked to him, and then boom, RSN drama everywhere, standing on my fucking face.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, for a brief moment, I was like, "Oh shit, did I just fuck up? Did I just fuck up?" First person I went live with is the only person I've seen just as much drama as Deity right now. Did I just fuck up? But no, I don't feel like I fucked up because, you know, I knew there'd probably be some people who would immediately be like, "Oh well, if he's working with him, then it must not be anything. He must be full of shit." And the thing was, I wasn't working with him. I gave him the expose he needed and was looking for. And because I mean, if somebody's built a false case on him, because I watched a couple videos on him and I was pretty wow, because it just seemed like some dumb situations that the man got caught up in.
Well, you know, he's had his share of bad behavior, so
As
it is what it
anybody
is.
would,
I don't know. I mean,
but
well,
yeah, I'm not speak on that because he was a perfectly nice guy to me, and I haven't.
yeah,
seen
he's been fine. He's been fine to me for the most part. We have some heavy disagreements on some issues, but for the most part, he's been fine to me. But
Yeah,
you
I
know,
definitely talked to Holly as well. She's
oh yeah, Holly's a sweetheart. You should definitely talk to her.
I plan on talking to her sometime soon, but I've made my comeback, and I hate that now they have stipulations. You have to have 1,000 subscribers before you can go live, and that's ridiculous because I'm banned on you now. I hate
What?
going on
Maybe it's because my
Paris.
account's old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have you should also talk to Friendly Neighborhood Cthulhu. He's in the chat. I think you two would gel. He covers a lot of the deity stuff.
Well, anybody out there, free to hit me up, y'all. Y'all seem like you're in it for the right thing, and I mean, if you're in it for the wrong thing, I'll weed you out quick enough. I'll probably get some truth out of the ones who are in it for the wrong thing as well.
Yeah,
But,
there's I mean, honestly, all the people are in it for the wrong thing, for the most part, seem to be in deity's chat.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see. Here's the thing that I don't see anybody in there from the time I was there. I went there recently. It's like I don't recognize anybody.
I haven't seen anybody pop in here because I may be new here, but I would immediately, if I saw them pop up on the screen, I would say something because there are some people stirring the pot that I recognize from the mutual friend stream, and I was just kind of like, because I sat in Deity's last stream until apparently I think I'm blocked. First I was shadow banned. Now if he goes live, I can't even see it. But you know, I saw a couple people. I was like, just like I said, I wouldn't out people from his side. I'm not going to out those people, but I'll definitely be monitoring what they have to say.
Yeah, I mean, I've been avoiding text conversations because like it's everyone's favorite game with you. Here's some personal advice if you want to get YouTube, because I've already had this happen to me so many times, and I'm like a tiny channel. People love like screenshotting everything you say, even out of context, and just running it off to people. Love it. It's their favorite game.
Yeah, I'm prepared for that. I'm prepared for
Oh,
everybody to screenshot everything I say.
I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna start like just making things up just to confuse people.
You have to. You got to tell two different people two different things. See which story comes back to you.
Oh yeah.
You got to make them. You have to make them do the roundy round gameplay and part of it.
Yeah, I tried to do that with Deity, but he just made up something random in response. I guess he one-upped me playing 4D chess.
Why wouldn't he join us tonight?
I've been trying to get him to do like a stream with me. He's friends with somebody named Suit Yourself, and I tried to get we go on neutral ground. We'll have a mediator because he likes to gang up on you with moderators, his own moderators.
Yeah, I've heard about the Suit Yourself guy because I caught some of the drama earlier. But then I also noticed when I was in Deity stream that Suit Yourself was in there as well in the chat talking it up.
Yeah, I know he was in there. Yeah.
So
Like those two are like friends. So that's why I was trying to go on neutral ground. Like you have a rapport with this person, I have somewhat of a rapport with them. Let's meet on neutral ground. But he won't even do that apparently.
Yeah. That's not smart. That's not strengthening your platform.
I think he's big. Like he talked to me a little bit in like the chat for Suit Yourself because he was in the chat as well. But he seems to be under the impression that we're all coming after him for his bad behavior. Honestly, I feel like we need to sit down. I need to correct all of his misinformation and figure out, is he just making things up, or is he like in some sort of delusion state? If someone's like,
Philip's 100%
he has he has this art. Here's the thing, though. It could be just misinformation because he has this. He doesn't do any of his own research. He has this little team of moderator girls that go out into the world and bring. I think someone made this comparison that he's like the Chinese emperor who has sealed themselves away, and he's the eunuchs bringing him information, and that's all. That's all he has. So they could you doctor screenshots. You could just screw it with this guy hardcore if you infiltrate the inside.
It's coming, but we're not going to give too much away publicly yet. It's coming. We're on the same page. We're just not going to give away everything right here. Gotta leave you guys in the chat with some suspense, you know what I'm saying? We don't just give it all away so somebody can be ready for it. It's going to be a wham bam confusion man situation. And there's just going to be a couple people who know what's fully going on.
Yeah.
That's how you do it with some people. Literally.
Yeah. I mean, if you, depending on how that goes, he might be doing another spree of flipping out and demodding everybody again. I think he just did that again recently. And that's like his cycle. If you're a moderator for Deity, it is a temporary position. You may just get banned from the entire channel afterwards. I would just refuse at this point.
Chat, set your clocks, 24 hours. 24 hours from now. Mark my words, we're going to see a flip out. I haven't watched him long enough or monitored his bullshit long enough to get a vibe of his peaks, valleys, and plateaus emotion-wise to even know, but I'm betting within 24 hours, we're going to see a big flip out. This video is going to drop. You're either going to edit it or you're going to throw it on as it is. Cool either way, bro. And within 24 hours of this being up and people getting a chance to watch it, there's going to be a big hubbub in that camp. That's the facts.
Oh yeah. He's going to be in a bad way. I mean, he didn't react well to my streams with his other enemy that he has a real problem with. It didn't react well at all. So I imagine these will end up with you in some kind of legal problem or something.
he has no grounds.
I have no idea.
Nobody wants anything. I'm telling you, he's just a fly. He's just a fly in a big field of cow shit, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he that's his go-to move. He has threatened legal action against me, against the Dollar General, against you, against Real Stream News. I mean, that's his favorite move. I mean, he'll also call you a predator at some point as well. Just heads up. Dude. Everyone's a predator.
I got videos on my YouTube of me busting predators, bro. I got an alibi on that, dude. I bust predators. I've been busting them for years on the internet. So that's not the words you want to use. That's kind of like flipping a fake FBI badge up in the FBI's face. It's just gonna get your arm shoved through the back of your head, dude. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
You call me a predator, I'm going to fucking comb through everything that ever existed about you to find one 17-year-old dude you flirted with one time, Philip. Think I can't find it. Don't make me look.
Oh.
Don't make me look.
Sometimes I wonder, with all these things he makes up about other people, what does he have in his closet? What is he hiding from the public eye?
It's gotta be something fucked up. It's gotta be something. Because his defense mode, boy, when he flips his defense mode on, he becomes a salty little peanut.
Well, since this is going around and it's becoming a bit more public knowledge, I'll state this as well. One of his moderators was also having this. I don't know how much you know about computers. Do you know what an IP logger is?
I don't know what an IP logger is. I'm a mobile tech person, but I'm due to starting to do this. I'm having to become more familiar with it.
Basically, it's just something that like documents IP addresses for anyone who clicks on it. They were sticking it in links, like if you click on here to subscribe to my Patreon or anything else. Basically, you click on it and it would document it, and something that could track you down. What'd you just say? Broke up for a second.
pen logger. They can put it in an email. Even it's like almost microscopic in size, but literally they can tag and track you. They can even link backdoor cameras to those things. I know what you're talking about, but yeah,
it's very interesting that one of his moderators was doing that. It was also the same moderator that was the one that allegedly sussed out the information for the Dollar General and the corporate and all that stuff. So I don't know. That's just very weird behavior. Allegedly, it was Michelle D. You are muted. You have to hit the button to unmute yourself, or do you want me to unmute you? I can. You good?
Is that better?
Yep, you're good.
Just trying to set up so I don't have to hold it. I hate holding that shit. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, but yet again, I did just come off of dealing with Anonymous. So, like, those kind of, like, attempts to, like, hack people's shit is nothing new to me. But
yeah, use a VPN, people. Don't click on any random links you don't trust.
Yeah, and I don't want to belittle anyone or make an assumption that they don't know how to do this or that, but I wouldn't see him or the people he consorts with to be the type of people with that kind of knowledge. Because not every can just up and have that kind of shit. You have to have somebody.
It's fairly easy to do. I mean, there's one person in his consortium who may be multiple people, apparently.
Yeah.
This Rainbow Granny individual who may very well have that capability. So I don't know. I don't know how long their partnership goes back. So it could be.
He's gonna find himself in a real ugly place.
Allegedly, someone's already filed a police report against him because, again, his moderator soap opera. He allegedly went on a show. It's not allegedly. I've heard the audio. He went on a stream talking shit about a moderator and was saying that, he wishes death on them, that if he had the money, he'd take care of it himself.
Wow, he pulled a Tiger King.
This is just amazing. And then, of course, he hit it, but like there's audio going around of him doing it, and the moderator is like filed a police report because they feel threatened by it. I was like, yeah, that's a little much.
Wow. No, I don't have a cat. I just have a pain in the ass puppy.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, that's some serious lolcow behavior right there. You're threatening to have someone assassinated if you have the money.
That's mind blowing. Like you really, damn it, man. Because I just think it's funny. We can turn this. I was already starting a series of goddamn Tiger King memes. We can turn him into a fucking Carol Baskin, and everybody will fucking wig out. Everybody. He's the next Carol goddamn Baskin.
Yeah, I mean, his moderators are quite the team as well. I mean, it seems like every team of moderators he gets is just filled with the absolute crazy cast of people. You know, sometimes I feel like I need to. The problem with Deity is I try to get in there to watch his content and everything, but all he does is react to like boring fat chicks, and I just like it's spy proof. It's spy proof.
Yeah, I have a low key resentment because I was trying to build my YouTube career and they took a big shit on that. But I think now best time that I started to try to put content out again that is gonna do me a solid boost and fucking coming out against this bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, you have a very unique perspective because you're like an on the ground reporter. I mean, you can do live debunks of Deity if he ever leaves his house.
Exactly, but I don't want to say that too much because I don't want. Yet again, I'm not trying to go around this dude. I'm just,
Yeah.
If everybody wants to literally make a real truce, she wants to prove he's a human and discuss this shit. You know what, dude? I may stream from an iPhone, but I've got lights. I've got tripods and stands. We can IRL have a discussion. We can set it up like Zach Galifianakis between two ferns. We can do this shit like the Daily Show with Jon Stewart. We can do whatever format makes everybody feel warm and fuzzy. I'm not bragging. I have a large house. I have plenty of room to set up a studio space, and we can have a fucking laugh track, clap track in the background. We can do whatever the hell you want to do. But, you know, if he ever wants to prove he's a human being and, you know, have an actual conversation, I'm always up for that.
Well, we should have a conversation about truces real quick in Deity. You see, he's made a truce with Real Stream News. He made a truce with me, and both of them have been, I don't want to say he broke them immediately, but he chipped away at them, basically goading both of us until the treaty just crumbled and collapsed. So he can't keep a truce to save himself. He wants to sit there and continue to talk crap about people after the truce has been made. After we both agree not to talk about each other, you go radio silent, he just keeps doing it. And then he blames you for breaking the truce. That's his pattern I've seen.
He can't blame me for breaking the truce because my video, as far as I knew, was long dead and gone. So,
Well, I'm just saying if you make a truce with him now.
Oh, good luck making a truce with me now, buddy. It's not gonna be so easy, Hal. I think it's gonna require a cash donation to each of the people that you've slandered that are already established. I don't want shit out of you, Deity. I think it's going to require a cash donation to each of the people you have slandered. And I think for each time that you have slandered, I think you need to give not cash donation, but a donation when they stream. That's what I think. I think for every lie, you should give a donation.
Yeah, and I want to actually get into that real quick too. He gets a lot of donations, like thousands of dollars, like a lot of money. He's always talking about everything in his house is broke. He can't get his cat spayed. His stove is broke.
Over $1,000 while he had them attack my channel. As they're attacking my channel, I'm on his stream on my phone. He's making $1,000. My channel's tanking. Boom.
Yeah, I have it on record. He donated to the Onision victims. He's donated to random people's streams that I've been in as the same time as him. Like Stevie Wolf's stream, he donated quite a bit of money. I mean, like I said, his stove is broke. His sink was having issues. All his cats can't get fixed. He's got all these issues. He's got all these issues. He needs money for. Where's all this money going exactly? You know, someone posed another theory because Deity has been open about this. About him having a lot of like, you know, health issues and having to pay a lot of things for medicine. I don't think his medicine's costing like thousands of dollars because he makes a lot of money. That stream I was in with him, people were donating a lot as he was screaming. So I don't know. I'm just curious where this money is going. He's been very open about his past with his addictions. I don't know if there's anything of that going on, but there's a lot of money just going down the drain somewhere.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing. I think somebody said that he bought that he spent a bunch of money on camera gear, but he doesn't use it. Like I haven't seen any change in his quality to, you know, say that he's gotten a new camera or anything.
I know there was a rumor going around that he had bought some cameras, or fans had provided some cameras for him. However, I haven't noticed a change in his quality either. And from what I've noticed, just as he moves his stuff around, it still seems to be like a laptop camera of some kind.
Yeah.
Or something attached to his computer.
I mean, I'm using a fucking iPhone, so my quality isn't the greatest, but dude.
Yeah, honestly, it looks just like his. Honestly, like it's about the same.
Is he using an iPhone?
He's not using an iPhone. He's using some kind of computer. Because you hear him angrily type on it sometimes.
Yeah, true. I heard that today.
That's another thing too. If you watch out, if you pause his videos at the right time, he doxes all his messages. If you send him any messages, they're not private. He doxed Regina's phone number allegedly. That's something I've heard going around. So I haven't seen that for myself, so I can't confirm it. But he doxed an Onision victim's phone number because why not?
What did he say? Y'all call him and tell her everything's okay. Like, bro.
Yeah, he's got to quit showing all his private messages and just doing that because he's, I don't know. I don't know if he's malicious or he's just a chronic dumbass.
Dude, I heard
That's
that.
something. Yeah,
He's
I'm
like-
checking shit.
They said he was recording stuff on camera.
Yeah, I mean
kind of out there.
there's all sorts of weird footage of him. There's one where he's flipping out about coronavirus now that he's got the coronavirus potentially. But
Oh.
there's my favorite freak out from him is the one where he's freaking out about these he's basically saying that he had two liters of water, okay, and he was worried that he was going to be dying from water toxicity. So he had all his moderator girls frantically searching up the symptoms of water toxicity to figuring out if their Lord and Savior was going to die on them or not.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
Dateline NBC. Deity is an online persona who is using his power in an abusive way.
yeah, I would love to have like I could point to videos of where this thing's happened, but he takes everything down because he knows how it looks.
I want to see if he uploads the stream he had earlier. I swear he can see when we come in if he's got us blocked. I swear he can see it. He has to be able to see it when we come in.
I don't think he can see it on his stream if you're blocked. What I do know, though, this is what I've found out. Apparently, if you go on your Google account, your actual Google account, you block him.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can go into his chat on a thing that you're not blocked in, like a sock account. If you block him on that Google account, sock account, you can then go into his chat and post things he can't see it. His moderators would be able to see it, and they'd be able to block you, but he physically can't see it. So you could be posting whatever. Like, that sounds like one hell of a loophole they need to fix.
Yeah.
But they won't be fixing it anytime soon. So
I doubt it. They get more drama out of not. They like to be
honestly,
able to forth.
I think that's the gimmick for why people can get away with, like, sending their fans to attack their ex-coworkers for money, leaking nudes for money. I mean, I think YouTube likes the drama.
YouTube loves the drama. They stir it on up, and it keeps them going. They thrive on drama. They thrive on anything that triggers Susan Worcestershire Sauce's name. They feed on anything. My thing I'm gonna find funny is through some connections, I'm gonna make a response to his Keemstar video, and I'm gonna put that on blast. And though Keemstar wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole, I have some friends who are gonna push my response to him on through to good old shitty old Keemstar. So it should get around.
Well, that would be interesting if Keemstar covered Deity. I mean, Keemstar will give people interviews, let them tell their side of the story. Deity wouldn't do it. Deity would come up with he's taking the moral high ground. I refuse to give Keemstar a platform or something stupid like that.
Good luck with. I refuse to share my platform with someone with millions and millions of subscribers. I refuse. I am the biggest fucking fool out there.
He said that. That's what he said about Real Stream News. He was refusing to give him a platform. I was like, I looked at the sub count and everything. It's not. You're not giving him a platform here. Like, what would Keemstar do with all of that clout from coming on your platform?
Oh my god, it would go to Keemstar's head.
And you add on to that, the dude names himself Deity. Like I said, the false god. He legitimately thinks very highly of himself.
He thinks extremely highly of himself, which is funny. When he was trying to, I guess, get me to calm down, he was talking about he wanted to do a possible collab with me about spirituality, and that's just nah. I think I would just do my shit damage. Appeared to shower regularly, capable of doing basic life activities like shop or have friends drive. I can tell that she can't really comment on a lot of things because she still works for the company, but every time I saw him, he looked really greasy. I don't know.
Yeah, people make fun of him for that all the time. That he has an issue with personal hygiene, shall we say? Be polite about it.
I mean,
Yeah,
yes,
and yeah, I know. I see someone in the chat. No, I doubt Keemstar will cover this. However, Keemstar covers drama that I don't know anything about all the time. So just because it's small doesn't mean it won't be covered if he just finds it interesting. I think when you reach a certain level, it's not about covering drama that's small or big. It's just drama that's interesting for your viewers to watch to keep them interested.
yeah.
So you never know.
I appreciate everybody who put the video out there, pushed it around, because like it needed to be seen. It was cool to have the first interview with that dude, but like,
yeah, funnily enough, I don't know. If you go back and watch my other videos, I mentioned this. I left a comment under your video, like trying to say, "Hey, do you want to talk about this?" And I don't know if like the YouTube bots ate it up or something like that.
The first video I've received,
that was months and months ago.
Which
I left that comment. I want to say that it was under whichever video you had that was the most recent one, months and months ago, because you'd already taken down the video that was about Deity. That was months and months ago. I left a comment like, "Hey, if you want to talk about this." This was before I had made my first video about Deity. Like, I was like a baby content creator with like 20 subscribers at that point.
That's where I was before this hit, dude. I was just making, dude, all my views were generally coming off of Facebook, and I was trying to find a way to get back over into this, which is odd that this all fell into play. Like, I get the message from RSN.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if I would have, I'd have fucking been glad to talk to you about that turd.
Yeah, we would have been doing a stream from the very beginning. It sounds like, because when I heard that you had resurfaced, I was like, interesting. Like, I thought you had walked away from the topic, but no, apparently you were anxious to talk about it. I had no idea all this was going on.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I had no clue. I was literally making Exotic Joe memes and fucking memeing on just topics, and I finally learned how to manipulate the algorithm, and I had literally just come back to fucking with YouTube when, like, a week later, I had been fucking working on a Facebook meme page that I was using to build my other platform, and then this resurfaces, and I'm like, yeah, I've been wanting to talk about this because I got shut out, and I was afraid that if I brought it back up, I was going to get swamped. And then I thought it over. I thought versus the amount of people in my meme group versus what's my possible reach without doing this, and I looked into how many people were going up against Deity, and I was just like, it's time to make the jump back over, because this has to be talked about, and it isn't that I feel like everyone has so much good info to shut this fucker down, but they're missing a key ingredient of somebody who has seen it in IRL.
And if you're planning to do YouTube content covering Deity, there's lots of people that want to watch it. Debunking Deity has become a genre because of the lies and the constant misinformation he spews.
Well, I'm the man on the inside, y'all, and that's the kind of content I'm going to be putting out. I'm going to be raking through the muck because it's going to change. Look for the shift. Everyone look for the shift, because up until now, this has all been hundreds of miles away from him. Now he's going to really act weird.
Oh, he copyright struck that stream you were in with Real Stream News. This stuff, he's not happy. He is not a happy camper. Not a happy camper.
Well, he's really not going to be happy about this one, because this has been the most in-depth conversation I've had yet about it.
Yeah, it's the main thing I wanted to do, is have it like an in-depth conversation, learn what I can about the man. And here's the thing, though. My other friend, I've had an issue with him. We did like 20 minutes of conversation about him in a 3-hour stream, and he's full because he doesn't watch anything bad about him. He becomes fully convinced. The entire thing was about him. The entire thing. So we streamed for 10 plus hours, and he thinks the entire thing is about him. That's how easy this person is to troll, to screw with.
Well, this one's about you, bud.
Yeah. Oh, another tip: if you want to troll him, call him a globalist. Make it very clear he's a globalist.
You're goddamn globalist.
Yes, like Alex Jones. Yes.
Cloud people. He's one of the cloud people.
Yes, he's a reptilian, globalist, aligned false god.
He's one of those shape-shifting globalist pedophiles. Part of the elite pedophile ring.
In league with the deep state.
I got way too deep, man, to the point of where Anonymous came at me over this shit, dude. He got way too deep. When you get into the pedophilia side of like what you now breeds, I'm not going to divulge further in an open forum until you're comfortable with it, because we'll probably need a whole stream just for that if you want to know.
Oh yeah, I've looked into a lot of that conspiracy stuff, the pizza stuff, the Pizzagate.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
use some shit that will make you scared. Like it got too deep.
Yeah, there's lots of screwed up stuff out there.
He's not going to continue to be able to do what he's doing. If there's one thing I know, it's how to get to the bottom of some bullshit. And the stinkier your bullshit is, the hotter the mess is when it comes out. And, you know, until I can live stream on this shit, I'm just going to have to make daily video updates. But I'm not.
Yeah, what do you need the live stream?
Need 1,000.
Wow. Yeah, post in the chat, and people can go to your channel and subscribe to you.
I feel probably a lot of the people are already, a lot of people have subbed, dude. I had like 20 when this started, and I'm almost 60. But you know, I'll appreciate every bit of it, and I'm gonna, you know, I'm not leeching by any means. This man pulled it all together. The YouTube schizophrenic, he had already together what I would have built if I had the time, knowledge, and know-how. And when I came in and saw what he did, I was almost like, oh, I'm just gonna put the cherry on the cake that's already baked. I don't have to do shit. He's got it. I'm just the guy who come in and go, IRL seen it. Here's the proof, the disproof. Blam, there it is. And he's already covered. This man's covered everything else. So
yeah, well, actually, that's the thing, is I haven't covered everything else. There's so much more other people have covered. To get the full story, you'd have to watch like 20 different channels because of all the people he's gone after, all the people that have picked, because he hides everything. People have cherry picked bits and pieces of his streams to cover before they go poof. So
if my channel goes poof again, dude, there's some bullshit afoot, because I'm not. And what alarmed me is there was like Monkey Jones and some a lot bigger YouTubers, and even iDubbbz's video on Leafy was pulled. They'll call anything bullying now. So, you know, that would be something that I'd be fully prepared for. They will do that. So that's just about this.
If you can guarantee that if YouTube starts taking down people, or if he starts, apparently now he's trying to copyright strike people. Yeah. If that stuff starts happening, he'll go down first. I mean, he has the number of people who are enemies of him versus the number of people supporting him is a bit more skewed than it was back when you first started, like with your first video. Like you were the first person raising the flag, and they just shot you down immediately. But find now there's a lot of people on your side.
It's good to hear, because man, this is needed to be on blast for so fucking long, and to see how far he's made it in that amount of time. Yeah, and the thing is, like I said, RSN, we had a good stream, but we've covered that and more here. Jeffa Bill, quit your whining, puppy. I just want to see what he does to this. I feel like you should, upload this for sure, but also
Oh
make
yeah, all my stuff stays up, unlike him.
this I'm saying I'd make a highlight clips. I would make this available in so many formats because he's gonna. How many can he copy strike?
Oh, if he starts copyright striking me, he's gonna be in for a lot of problems because that's dirty. That's very dirty. I don't like it when people do that.
Thing that didn't really showcase his content, or I'm trying to think. Soon y'all will see the animals, but I'm trying to think, like, I can't think of what he could hit it for, but he's gonna try, and the fact that he's gonna try is what's gonna be the biggest giveaway.
Yeah, I mean, I think the main reason he's a copyright striking RSN is because he has a real dislike for that man. A real dislike. I'd say his dislike is greater for him than for me.
He disliked Bomb. He had people dislike Bomb. The one of the videos that was either my video, the first video he did on me, RSN, or the video I was in with him. For a minute there, it was like 81 to 82. Like the dislike ratio was trying to match the like ratio, just right at it. And then I jumped over and looked at Philip's stream, and he's just smugly sitting there. And he's like, well, what can I react to? I guess there's nothing else I can react to today. And I'm like, damn well there's something you can react to, but you don't want to because you already feel guilty for the blatant dislike bomb, and you don't want it to look too obvious. What, you're going to react to that after it's disliked because everybody in your chat's going to go, yeah, we spam dislike on this.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. He has yet to react to a single video of mine. He refuses to speak to me in any kind of real format. I mean, I am persona non grata. It's actually kind of sad. I've tried every avenue. Tried to try and make the man comfortable. I don't get it. I don't even want to. Maybe it doesn't even have to be like necessarily like hostile or anything. It doesn't. It's just I want to try and correct a lot of his misinformation and just get through to him that he's got to quit doing this. But I don't even know if it would work. He'd probably agree with everything I said and then go back on to doing it. I'd have to be on as like a permanent advisor.
He just needs to take a break from YouTube, reevaluate his brand, and come back.
He needs to make me a moderator.
Yeah, or he needs to stick to, maybe reacting to, Onision shit that's really out of his grasp, because his way of going about trying to sway and control people is just very unhealthy.
Yeah, he gets way too personally involved. Like he talks about how all these people on YouTube that he's known for like a week or two are his friends, and how he feels so betrayed by them and everything else. Like it's a little unhealthy. I don't know what his, like I said, more about his personal life. Does he come off as someone who has a lot of friends? Does he or is he literally just sit in his trailer all day? This YouTube stuff is, I don't want to say it's his entire existence, but it's probably a big part of his life.
I can't say because I don't know about his personal life. I don't know shit about him. I don't really want to. But, it really would appear from everything I've seen that he documents publicly online that he looks like all he does is sitting there, toiling the drama, and let his sister and close friends fire him up. He literally wants to be the trailer park fucking what's his name? Hey, what's up, you guys? Shane Dawson. Yeah, he wants to be trailer park Shane Dawson. I understand that, but
yeah. And there was a time where I thought he was just just a normal dude who was just maybe a little too emotional in his streams and all that. Maybe got some things wrong. Like you could steer on the right direction, but he's just gone so far off the rail. Like I don't know if you are aware too much of the history of the New Year's Eve stream, the infamous New Year's Eve stream.
Oh no, dude! I'm literally, dude. I'm catching up. I'm a new kid on the block about all this.
Okay.
I have.
Well, this happened not too long after your video. That's why I was wondering.
I'm new kid here.
Started hearing about this yesterday around 12.
Yeah, it was about midnight yesterday. I noticed it. I've been focusing on that dumbass Facebook group that I've been building just for memeing.
Because you came upstairs
And then Wham, I've got comments wanting to talk, but Yeah, no, I'm just now getting caught up. I wanted to get caught up first, of course,
Well,
on the drama.
yeah. Well,
Or
I mean, a lot of this information is hard to get. So I can give you like this is a little bit of a crash course. Like, how much did you keep up with the Onision drama?
because I need to know. I know I don't need you to build an opinion for me, but I get the feeling that as a YouTuber and as a streamer, you understand the gravity of continuity and telling the truth. And
Yeah,
anybody
it's setting up a
I can,
story and narrative.
if you bullshit me, they're gonna be like, nah, 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 nah. So and I don't expect that, and I needed some more clarity on, making sure I make some of the right friends in this situation because I come in with vulnerable with lack of knowledge. But like I'm,
Yeah. Well, we can have a conversation privately about some of that too, as far as that goes.
I
About
like
people.
just to sit on your hand every time you got something you think you want to say. Sit on your hand because you could fuck up, especially on Periscope when you could have 5,000 to 25,000 people run through a stream you're in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So, but dude.
Yeah, but as far as the Onision drama goes, Deity became besties with Vincent Nicotra. Besties, like they were on phones together doing streams. The infamous New Year's Eve stream, they had a falling out. Vincent Nicotra was basically had doxed a bunch of people beforehand on Twitter. I don't know if you know about that.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, Vincent Nicotra went like insane, doxing people. They were friends now, but he went insane doxing people. And right before that stream, went on a drunk live stream with Deity and said a lot of horrible things. Said all the people who support RSN fantasize about children. I mean, Vincent Nicotra may have just made an ass out of himself, shall we say.
He might have just ruined his whole chance of validating any of the shit that was ever said. That's not good.
Yeah, and then Chris Hansen ended up publicly firing him over all this. That eventually it built to that point.
Cthulhu's dropping an RSN video tonight. What kind of RSN video are you dropping, dude?
Oh, never. I'm not making any RSN videos, but I had one conversation with the man, like when I first started my channel, 50 subscribers, and I had a bombarding of messages in my Twitter account filled with all this information I never asked for. Like all the stuff Deity claims to have. I think I have it too, apparently. Like, he's got a hate mob following him. Like nobody. If I could get that level of hate mob for Deity, we'd be in good shape.
He always said his district. Now, we know the district manager quite well. She's not a homophobic woman. That's completely bullshit.
So, yeah, that's another thing I want to get into as well before we get too far into this. The whole, he seems to think that his whole firing had to do with the homophobia stuff. Now, a lot of people have questioned that, and I've had no reason to discredit that, but you're saying that is not the case.
No, then not even a little bit, and he wasn't fired. He was not fired. There was no homophobia case. There was no homophobia, dude.
Well, I think the implication he's going with now, currently, is that the homophobia was so bad that he just absconded, refused to go back.
Well, that's not getting fired, and that's not the way it was, dude. He literally worked. Watch out, she's about to drop that. He literally worked with people of the LGBTQ community. He worked with them closely.
Yeah, he seems to imply, like, I don't know if this is your wife or not, is he had one friend that was a cashier. See, I think that actually he is this referring to your wife that had interest in spiritual things, and that was it. And
yes,
that's interesting.
Has to say because he thinks by say and he talks shit about us point blank.
Yeah,
And spirituality got brought up once, and he likes to use that as his big pitchboard for. Look, I protected you guys. No, you didn't. You fucked my channel. And if you'd came after her, we would have had a personal altercation. But nobody came at her because that would have gone dumb. He's smarter than that. But
yeah.
no, he tried to act like he was trying to protect us after it came out that I was like, hey, yo, bro, I'm at Dollar General. Fucking sorry. Like, what you did was good. Like, I'm at Dollar General and you're full of shit. And I could have people involved like that. Like, it just, he's so full of shit. He's so full of shit, and it's just stupid because You know, he's tried to make
Yeah.
people mad, and literally nobody up there would have known, and nobody would have been the wiser if I wouldn't have ran across that shit that night.
Yeah, and nobody has pulled the stuff he has, and nobody has gotten as mad at minor stuff being pulled on him. I mean, it's absolutely insane.
He's
I
hiding
mean,
something. I mean, dude, he's opened the
yeah.
gate. It's not like hiding something to do with his sexuality shit.
What was the fate of that manager that he doxed? Because I know he doxed the manager and sicked his fan base on them. What would happen with all that? Are they still employed, or are they okay?
Nothing happened, dude. She's still employed. She still works there.
Interesting. So in the end, that his attack campaign did absolutely nothing. I mean, did they get harassed at all?
I think probably some people called and complained here and there.
We get prank calls.
And they get prank calls sometimes.
Like my fish drowned.
To this day?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll get just little bullshit.
My fish
But
drowned.
literally, they did nothing. They accomplished nothing. They had no grounds for a lawsuit. They had no lawyers getting involved with nobody.
This was something going around at the time, is that the Dollar General threatened to put a warrant out for him, and Deity was well, I'd never even stepped foot at the store.
No.
So
He had the store keys.
Yeah, he had the store keys, and that was the thing. He had quit, and he had refused to come and drop the store keys off because I found him out the minute this shit came out and everything popped off was the very night of the stream. It was very serendipitous. It was very,
wow.
And he refused to come and drop the keys off, and so basically they had to banish him from the area because it's like, we can't allow you to come back if you have the keys to the store. You know.
Wow. See, the keys were never mentioned, I don't believe. So that's interesting. Yeah, it definitely paints a different picture. And the fact that, like I said, he's sicking the fans on the store. I don't know about getting a warrant out, but I definitely get banned from all the Dollar Generals.
Yeah. And the thing is, they never come into the store here. My woman works a lot. Please, y'all, if y'all ever find this place, don't mess with her. Don't mess with them. Those people there, they fucking hate their jobs just like everyone else. Like they are trying to do their thing. They have never harmed. You get me. They just want to be.
I just want to eat.
They just want to eat and fucking chill and do their jobs. But this dude, man, he's a mess. And that's mainly a message for all the people out there that are going to watch this on Philip's side. Don't mess with those people. They ain't got nothing to do with this. Y'all out there, if you want to retaliate at me for speaking out, you can retaliate at me. Do you literally think I'm going to lose sleep because people hate me because I told the truth?
No. And honestly, you probably will have more support than people hating you at this point. I mean, the tide is turning against Deity, and eventually the people are going to get bored of the fat ladies, and all he'll have left are the trolls and the spies.
Well, of course. And then you're going to sit on your throne of lies with your trolls and your spies, and have you sit on a throne of lies. Like, you'll have nothing you can do. They're going to drag him, man.
You built your castle on sand, false god.
They're going to drag him, and that's like when I came in, when I had made my debut into this drama community. I'm going to be that guy who says, "They about to drag you."
Yeah, be careful saying you're going to drag him. He'll take that as, oh my god, he said he was going to drag me behind a truck because I'm gay.
Hey, the internet's about to drag you. This is the dragoning right here, right now. This is it. All the truth's out.
He's gonna be he's gonna go on stream and say that you were gonna say you were gonna drag him behind a truck because he was gay. That's exactly what he's gonna say.
Oh God, no, hell no, no.
Oh, like I said, if you just have a conversation with some of the people in this chat, because most of my community, I feel like, is his ex community. Yeah. Some of the accusations he has made up about people, some of the gross misinterpretations of what they've said, it's legitimately staggering.
he's definitely made everybody out here out to be evil, bad people who are ready to hurt him and hurt everyone and this and that. It's no such thing.
Yeah, every week I have at least one more moderator, his ex-moderator or an ex-viewer, at least one deciding to come out and say, hey, this person is like not who I thought they were. Like it's
that come over, the merrier. I'm not going to treat them any weird sort of way because I don't care. It's not about when you made the right decision; it's that you made the right decision.
Yeah, I mean, generally, if Deity if Mr. Phillip does not like you, it's already probably a mark for you. I mean, he calls everyone he doesn't like a predator, for God's sake.
Yeah, sure.
So
I've done my rounds on the internet. I have done my rounds live streaming on multiple platforms. I know how that game goes, but good luck calling me a predator when you can go to my YouTube channel and watch at least 2 videos of me dealing with predators.
yeah, how long have you been like roaming around talking about this? Like since your first video, like have you resurfaced? Like has he had time? Because normally it takes him about 2 to 3 days to react to something, because that's when his mod team finds it.
I got turned on to this last night, and I made a response today. I'm pretty sure he knows I'm aware now, as far as he's trying to do something about it as of him striking that video. That's where I think that was his first move, with seeing me show up and seeing Hillbilly Hellride, my face show up again.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting. I'm sure he's gonna try to DM me in some sort of way. But,
yeah, I mean, like after you all like got in contact and you had your conversation, how did that conversation go with you all? You said he tried to get you to do a collab with him. I know that never happened, but
yeah, this was right when all this bullshit happened. This was way back in the day. This was right when everything went down. He has not acknowledged me, other than what I heard him say about this boy is now saying something and he don't know nothing on his stream today. That's all I've heard him acknowledge, of knowing that I have resurfaced in any way as of today.
yeah. Well, I was just curious what he said to you, because what he said, or you originally, because after he sicked his fan base on you, he went on stream to say, "Oh, we just had a misunderstanding. We're good now," and played it off like everything was cool and hunky dory.
Damn near destroyed, and my video was removed, and he had tried to pass off talking about doing a collab in the future. Then she got your pencil, and then I never heard back from him, and that was that. From there, I was just I told him that's not that. I basically told him, yo, nobody. I said the same thing. You saw the video. That was the video response, and then he had minimal shit to say to me about not putting it up. It was just, they wanted it down enough to have it fucking struck and have my channel repetitively attacked.
Oh, I know a thing or two about that. Another person I covered on YouTube, Luna Moon. I was trying to cover one of their streams. Their fans went insane, struck down my stream before I could even hit the play button to react to their video.
Wow.
Yeah, some people on YouTube do not like what some people have to say about their favorite creators. So I always prepare for it. I'm surprised this stream wasn't struck.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. I just hope that we can keep it up enough to get at least a few thousand replays, or at least 1,000 replays.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt that if the Deity situation continues to grow, like the viewership for all this is only going to continue to grow, because he keeps pissing off more people. Just when you think he's pissed off enough people, he pisses off more people.
Yeah. Well, this is just the beginning.
Oh yeah, he's going to step on the toes of a bigger YouTuber at some point.
Well, this is just the beginning, because think about it. This may not be the biggest following this guy that I interviewed with yesterday may not be the biggest following, but it's all about how many different groups it gets out to, the spread of it all. The spread's going to get to a bunch of different fan bases that all have one fucking thing in common, and it's that this deity's been a dickhead to them.
Yeah. And there's lots of people out there, like I said, just roaming around with a story to tell about how Deity flips the fuck out on them for no reason in the middle of a stream. And that's the only reason to watch him now, is to see who he's gonna lose his cool on next.
Yeah. It's inevitable. I can't wait to see how this plays out. Because the minute this stops and it's uploaded to be rewatched, it's going to be big. Shut up.
Well, unless there's anything else that we should get into, I'm good to wrap it up here. I mean, like I said, this is definitely, we'll definitely do another one, probably reacting to his reaction of this.
But this will be a good installment for everybody to really get the word out and get the movement moving around.
Yeah, I'm glad I did finally get a chance to speak with you. I wasn't sure I would ever get the chance because of the whole how long this had been going on, and the fact that I guess my comment was probably lost in the YouTube filter.
Yeah, it had to have been because I didn't get it, and my original video was like 5 or 6 months ago. So it's just about to get lit up now, though. But this will be great. But we'll talk more, and this will definitely we'll get this dealt with.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt.
And sub to Hillbilly Hellride, and hopefully I can get up to a streaming point. And
oh yeah, definitely sub to Hillbilly Hellride. I've got his channel linked in the description, I think. So, yeah, definitely.
You said everything I could and more, and now it's just gonna get good because now we'll all be able to work together to handle this.
Yeah, and maybe one day we'll all get into a stream and we'll be able to discuss this like adults. But until then, he's gonna continue to make things up about us until we start making up things about him.
Yeah, and so far I haven't made up shit. So just
I haven't made up anything either, but I think we can get real creative. So you might want to look out.
Very creative. Well, everybody have a good night. Be safe, and we'll be seeing y'all real soon.
Yep. All right. Well, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as is tradition, and I'll see you all around.